Good morning, children. Now today we'll start with drainage of India. Last class I told you about physiography of India. 5 physiography division was there. Already you remember that. That was the Himalayas, the North Indian plains, the peninsula, coastal plains and island groups. So those 5 divisions, or we can say the physiography of India is divided into 5 major physiographic divisions. So read that paragraph given on page number 16-17 very carefully and try to understand from the map which is given in the page number 14. Now after that, as your chapter name is physiography and drainage, first you understand the meaning of drainage. Drainage means outlet of any liquid. That means to drain any liquid substance. So that is here in geography, the drainage means it is related to rivers. The water rivers or rivers of our country, their outlet towards any bigger water bodies, that is Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean. So here in this slide, as you can see, there is the slide which is about India's river. So you can say, if you'll see the line which is in darker shade, they are the major rivers, and smaller rivers, or you can say light blue color which is there, they are tributaries to those big rivers or major rivers. So here we'll see some rivers are westward flowing and some rivers are eastward flowing, and some rivers they are originating from Himalayan range. So already last slide or last class we studied that so many rivers their origin is from Himalayas. So if you'll see the first, starting from the north, you can see river Indus in the western side. Here it is origin from here, from the eastern side of Jammu Kashmir or Leh Ladakh, you can say, that is starting from that point, from this point going up to the northern part of India, extreme northern part of India, and up to western side near Arabian Sea. So this is river Indus. This is one of the major western flowing or westward flowing river of our country. Now come to the eastern side. Here the river Sangpo, or we can say in India it is known as river Brahmaputra. So origin is from here, that is Mansarovar in Tibet, and after it is flowing towards eastern side, coming to Arunachal Pradesh, and coming towards the last part is Sundarban Delta or Bay of Bengal. So now here Ganga river is given. Ganga origin is, the glacier, from the glacier Gangotri, starting from there, crossing through major states and coming to Bay of Bengal. And see the light blue colors, it shows the various tributaries and distributaries of those major rivers. Understood? Like if you'll see river Ganga, Yamuna, Gomti, Ghagra, Gantak, Kosi, Son. So these are the tributaries of river Ganga. And here if you'll see Arunachal Pradesh, extreme is Lohit river. It is the small tributary of river Brahmaputra. So if you'll see in south, Godavari, Indravati, Vainganga, Penganga, these are the tributaries of river Godavari. Krishna river and small other rivers are there in southern part of our country. River Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Satluj, Ghaggar, Bias, all these are tributaries of river Indus. So major rivers, some rivers they are westward flowing, so naturally their water will drain towards western side. Some rivers they are towards eastern side. So this type of drainage system is there. That means I told you drainage, dictionary meaning is that to drain any liquid substance or the outlet of liquid substance or liquid flow of liquid. So here liquid relates to river, water river. So children, why we are supposed to read about river? See, water is very important. Water is our life. Already you know that how much percentage of water there is on planet Earth. So if we study about, if we are going to read about water, rivers, then water, then first thing comes to our mind, that is river. So it is very important that we should know India's major river. So by this time, you must have knowledge about India's major river. See this slide very carefully. Ultimately, you are supposed to learn for your map pointing. Like the question will be in form of show the major rivers of India which is flowing towards westward region. Show the flow of Ganga, and likewise. So read this map, this slide, or study this slide very carefully. Now these are the major rivers of India. We can say all other states which political map is given there, and rivers which is flowing through those states we can see. So here is another very important slide regarding rivers. Now come to your lesson point, or come to important point of your lesson, that is drainage of India. Now India comprises, if you study about drainage of India, it comprises three important part which comes under, or which we can categorize drainage of India under three parts. That is Himalayan rivers, peninsular rivers, or rivers meeting the Bay of Bengal. That means if you study about rivers of India, India's river can be divided into three major parts. That is Himalayan rivers. Some rivers are originating from Himalayas. Some rivers they are originating from peninsular rivers. They are from Deccan part, and some rivers meeting the Bay of Bengal. Rivers meeting the Bay of Bengal. So this is the main important sector of drainage of India. So remember these 3 points: Himalayan rivers, peninsular rivers, and rivers meeting the Bay of Bengal. Now here this slide, first we'll read about major Himalayan rivers. So in this slide you can see the deep purple color or deep color which is given there in a slide. Read it carefully. So this is the river, and for the small you can see these are the tributaries of that major river, and which is there from eastern side and from western side. Understood? So here extreme is, see, last class I told you Himalaya extends from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. So here we are studying about major Himalayan rivers. So naturally the rivers which here we are referring to those whose origin is from Himalayas. Understood? Origin is from Himalaya. They are flowing towards westward side, and some are flowing towards eastward side. Now see major Himalayan rivers. Ripping along rough surfaces and beautiful meadows, the numerous rivers that dot Indian mainland are central to our history as well as to Indian mythology. The main rivers of Himalayan groups are Indus, the legendary Ganga, and Brahmaputra. So already I told you, first slide I showed you that 3 important part of Himalayan rivers were Indus, the legendary Ganga, and Brahmaputra. So remember, these 3 are the main part of Himalayan group of rivers. Another part, these rivers are both snow fed. See, underline or remember these words, both snow fed and rain fed, and therefore perennially flow throughout the year. See, most of the rivers whose origin is from Himalaya, they are perennial in nature. That means the water is throughout the availability of water is throughout the year, because they are origin from glaciers. Understood? They are snow fed. Their origin is from glaciers. So ultimately they are perennial in nature. Understood? Himalayan rivers discharge about 70% of their inflow into the sea. This includes about 5% from central Indian rivers. They join the Ganga and drain into Bay of Bengal. So 70% of the flow is going towards sea. They join Ganga and drain into Bay of Bengal. So those rivers whose origin is from Himalaya, ultimately their last part of journey is towards Bay of Bengal. 5% from central rivers also, they are going towards Bay of Bengal.